What is going on, everybody? Welcome to this Halloween Live AMA. Can everybody hear me okay? I just want to make sure that everything is technically sound. So just a few people just say, yep, sounds good. Yep, sounds good. And then we will move right along with this Halloween Live AMA here on this, what is it? Wednesday. Sounds good. Awesome. Okay, Wednesday, October the 30th, 2019. It is 3:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Doing a bit of an early live stream today because I got a few things I have to do this evening, but I wanted to get a sort of a live stream in there, a Halloween live stream. Now, folks, the questions you ask me don't have to be about Halloween. It's Halloween time, so I thought I would do a Halloween live stream. But they can be about anything at the end of the day. Now, before we get to your questions, though, what I wanted to do, there's two things I want to say off the top. The first thing is this. Dylan's New Nightmare. For those of you that may still not know, I am going to be playing Freddy Krueger in a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film starring Miko Hughes, the actor who played Dylan Porter in Wes Craven's New Nightmare way back in 1994. That Indiegogo campaign is currently live. So I believe, did I put the link in the description now? I can't remember if I did. Yes, it is there. Dylan's New Nightmare Indiegogo campaign. It is there in the description. We're closing in on 40% so far of the total raised for the production budget. If you have not yet helped out in that regard, it would be greatly appreciated if you do so. The perks are outstanding. I mean outstanding perks. But remember, if you can't afford to help out financially, that's okay. That's okay. Just spread the word. Share it with people who you think may be interested in doing something like that. Because obviously, the closer that they can get to their production budget, the type of quality and production value they can deliver on that. Because even making short films costs a lot of money. So just want to point that out to you guys. The Indiegogo campaign is still up, and I believe it's going for another couple of weeks, I think, anyway. So anyways, the description to the Indiegogo campaign, or the link to the Indiegogo campaign, is in the description below. Check it out. Look over the perks. Some awesome shit there. The teaser trailer, I believe, is also there as well. My nose is a bit itchy today for some reason. Probably because it's a little cold today. It's rainy here in Toronto. It's a cool, crisp kind of fall day, but it's a bit rainy. So, also, the second thing I want to mention before we jump to your questions is I'm going to show some concept art that was sent to me from viewers. So maybe you're watching because you were somebody that sent this to me. Now, about 2.5 months or so ago, almost 3 months ago now, at the end of July, I uploaded on my channel a sequel concept idea video in relation to Halloween 2018. It was what I would do if I was in charge of creating a sequel to Halloween 2018. What would I do? Well, very briefly now, my idea has it pick up the same night, but it's only one film. So my idea was not to do two movies like they actually are. My idea was to do one movie. And that link to that video is also in the description if you have not checked it out. Also in the description as well, underneath that, is a link to a follow-up video to that video where I explain the layers of symbolism in regards to the ending of my sequel concept. Because there are some people, I think a lot of people totally got it, and then there are some people that I think were a bit confused on why I made the creative choices I did. So a link to that video as well is in the description. So I highly recommend checking that out because I think it'll make a lot more sense to you when you understand, yes, can totally see it. So that is there as well. But at the beginning of August, I asked via my social media, I said, for those of you that are interested, send me some concept drawings or illustrations, whether it's done by the computer or hand or whatever the case is. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care if it looks like, you know, your 4-year-old did it or if it looks like you're a professional. I don't care. Send them to me. I want to see what you guys come up with. So I want to show you some of them because some of them are kind of fun. So now there's a couple here that are, I can't for the life of me, there's a few here that don't have names attached to them. So if you are watching and you recognize that's your idea, your drawing or creation, because a lot of these were done with the computer, no doubt, then by all means comment below and let me know, because I think there's 2 here that I don't have a name for, and it's the same person because they're the same thing. So anyway, so let's take a look at it first. Okay, so for those of you that have listened to my sequel concept idea video, this will no doubt make sense to you. For those of you that haven't, well, you just have to suck it up for just a few minutes here. Okay, so okay, can you guys still hear me? I think you can, right? So here is a cool concept. As you know, Charles Cyphers returns in my sequel concept idea video, and he sort of is working hand in hand with Laurie Strode out in the night to find Michael Myers. And I love this. I love how Charles Cyphers looks like he's 40 years old. I think that is hilarious. But nonetheless, it's pretty cool. But I don't have the person's name who did this. I searched my messages trying to find it. I couldn't find it. So if you are watching this and you know your name, obviously you know your name, but I mean, you know that, oh, that's me, comment below and let me know. Okay, here is the next one, which is the same artist, I believe. Now, obviously, this is taken from Michael Myers peering into the closet at Laurie, but at the end of my concept, I have a scene where Laurie actually peers into a closet to find a young girl who looks like Judith, right? I know that may not make sense. You might be like, what the hell's going on? You got to watch the concept, link in the description. Anyway, so this is their idea of Laurie looking into the closet and finding the young Judith, or the young Judith lookalike, you know, so to speak. So I thought that was kind of fun. Okay, this one here is Adam Hargreaves, I think I'm saying that right. Hargreaves. This is kind of fun. At the end of my sequel concept, Michael is caught on fire because of the gasoline that surrounded this cop car and this whole explosion kind of thing. So this is really cool. This looks like it's hand drawn for sure, colored in, maybe with some colored pencils, maybe. I'm not too sure. Maybe it was done on the computer. I don't know. But nonetheless, Adam, really cool. Love it. Awesome stuff. This, I believe, this one coming up is Andy Atkins. Andy Atkins did this one. This is really cool because at the end of my concept, Laurie stabs the shape in the neck, which cuts his jugular, which causes him to lose a lot of blood, which inevitably is causing him to get weaker and weaker and weaker. Again, if this is all like, what? Holy shit, this sounds intense. Listen to the concept, link in the description. This is fun. I like this. I like how he's got the little knife there and the blood spurting out. That's awesome stuff. This looks like it was definitely drawn with pencil for sure, and it looks really cool. So great work, Adam Atkins. Okay, we got Barry, I think this is Barry Chapman. Am I saying that right? I think I just spat there. Got to get some water going on. Barry Chapman, yes, Chapman. This one coming up here. So here we go. Now this one's a bit trickier to see, but it looks like Barry is, I think this was done on the computer, and he's mixing and matching different images to create the scene in my concept where Michael kills Sheriff Barker in the woods against the backdrop of a storm that's looming, right? And he's got him up in the air, and there's lightning, there's all sorts of like rain and lightning and all that kind of shit. So I believe this is the shape lifting Sheriff Barker in the air amongst the woods just on the opposite side of Laurie's house, which has crumbled to the ground. So that was kind of fun. So great job, Barry. Great job. I love it. Okay, this one here is Brandon Tobatto, Tobatto, Hopefully I'm saying that right. Here we go. Cool. Okay, this is really cool. This, of course, again, at the end of my film, the shape catches on fire. Laurie also catches on fire as well, but this is kind of cool. This was obviously done in a computer. I like it. I like the different sort of styles and the different sort of levels of experience and just really cool. Like it makes me, you know, it's flattering that enough people liked my concept enough. Not everybody did, but enough people liked it enough that they felt creative to do this. You know what I mean? And so I think it's really cool. So that's again, Brandon Tobato. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But nonetheless, you know who you are. Awesome work. I love it. Okay, this next one is Kristen. Oh, my mate's Mike, so I'm getting this right. Kristen Stevens, I believe. And here we go. Okay, so this is cool because in my concept, Michael watches Laurie's house from the woods as it continues to burn to the ground. So I thought this was pretty cool. I thought this was all right. I thought this was fun. And I guess those are the police officers there, you know, accented against the backdrop of Laurie's house in flames, right? We see their silhouettes and Michael is just there on the cusp of the woods, breathing heavily, watching from a distance. I love it. I love it. And that, again, is Kristen Stevens. Stevens, am I saying? Oh, wait, Stevenson? Stevens. Okay, great. Okay, now this next one here is, okay, I'm going to have some trouble with the name, but hopefully you'll get the idea. Is it Danijel Pavlovic? Danijel Pavlovic? Am I saying that right? Hopefully I am, or at least I'm in the ballpark that you know who you are. So here we go. Really cool. Another Sheriff Barker death scene. I love it. I love this. This is so cool because you totally get the woods and the lightning and the rain, and the shape is lifting Sheriff Barker in the air, and you only see the death scene in the illumination of the lightning. And I love it. This is really cool. So again, Danijel Pavlovic, excellent job, buddy. It's really cool. Yeah, some people might be. It might be hard to see on some people's screens. It all depends on the phone that you have, the computer that you're watching it on. It is very dark, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Pretty cool stuff. All right, this next one here is Greg Burris. Greg Burris, I love this. I love it. I love it. I love what Greg has done here. He's gotten so creative. He's taken two images of Michael Myers in a computer, or sorry, two images, one of Michael and one he's got Sheriff Barker, the little cowboy hat and shit like that. And he's got him like, you know, as if he's lifting him up in the air. And I just love how creative you guys get, because if you're not a good drawer or if you're not a good illustrator, you know, you take what's there, right? And you mix and match and you try to create something that kind of gets the point across. I love it. I think this is fun. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, the next one here we have Jay Weston. And here we go, Jay Weston. This is Michael approaching the Myers house with the police car embedded into the front of the Myers house. That happens at the end of my concept. We have Laurie, I believe, drives. Is it Laurie? I can't remember now. I think she's the one that's driving the cop car with the Judith lookalike in the car. Yes, that's right. It's been a while since I've paid attention to my concept. But anyway, long story short, the cop car ends up smashed into the front of the Myers house, leaking gasoline all over, ignites everything on fire. But this is a shot of Michael approaching his old childhood home with the cop car already embedded in front of it. I love it. This is another one from Jay Weston here, Dave McRae's The Shape. Love it, Jay. Love it. He's used a Trick or Treat Studios 1978 Michael Myers mask. Pretty cool. And this one here is from Mike Lampkin. And this is, yes, I think this was the first one I got. At the beginning of my concept, Tommy Doyle opens the piece of paper to see what Laurie Strode had written, and it said, "Do you remember?" Another great idea. that people had would have been, maybe the note should have said, you can't kill the boogeyman, which is another great, absolutely 100%. That's a great idea. But yeah, so do you remember? That's from Mike Lampkin. Great stuff, Mike. All right, and this one here, I love this. This is Nick Tyson. Nick Tyson is utilizing the Halloween 2018 figures from the movie. And this is when Laurie, in my concept, jumps onto the back of the shape and starts attacking him. And let's go along here. This is more of Nick Tyson's work. I just love it. In the Myers house, in Judith's bedroom, in the Myers house. I love this. This is awesome. And she's about to stab him in the neck, right? And blood's about to spurt out and everything. I love this. This is so awesome shit. And then, of course, this is really cool here. What he's done is, I would imagine this is also Laurie off to the right, but it's supposed to be Judith, right? In actuality, it's probably the Laurie figure, but he's composited two images together because the Judith look-alike character, I believe, is in the room when all this is happening. Or at the very beginning, at the very least. Anyway, great stuff, Nick. Like, how creative, right? He takes the figures and creates a scene. I think that's so cool. So great stuff, Nick. Awesome stuff. Okay, this one here is Paris Michael. I think I'm saying that right. Paris Michael Voorhees, he wants to be known as. Paris Michael Voorhees. Pretty cool stuff. This is also from when Michael is in the woods, and obviously we have, is that Sheriff Barker on the ground, I think, with his hand holding the flashlight after he's stabbed? I think that's what this is supposed to represent. So really cool. Awesome work, Paris Michael Voorhees. I love it. I like this. It's simple, but it's very effective and very colorful at the same time. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, this one here is from, this is so cute. This is from Sam Summers, and he even says, I'm not that great, Dave. I'm not really good, but I wanted to get one in anyway. So here we go. Sam Summers. I love it. I love it, Sam. Great job. I love it. This is awesome. This is Laurie. I'm not sure when this is supposed to be taking place, but it's a cool little illustration. I love the eyes. I love the little mouth. This is so cool. I could see this being like a really two-dimensional kind of, like, I don't know, cartoon or something. It's just awesome. It's great. Okay, then over here we have, I always get, this is a cool name, but I always want to make sure I get it right. Sitavan Sikat, am I saying that right? Sitavan Sikat. The last name's Sikaat. You know who you are, nonetheless. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Pretty cool. It ends where it began. Dave McRae's The Shape. We have Michael Myers on fire, which is really cool. I like that. And then he follows up with this one here as well, which is pretty darn cool. Dave McRae's The Shape. It ends where it began, where it all began. I like it. Great stuff. I like the use of Myers there with the Myers house in the background. That's awesome stuff. Okay, just 3 more here from Tony Cosgrove. Now, this is some cool shit. Tony's gone all out. Take a look at this. This is awesome because in my concept, Michael and Laurie both end up on fire together. Now, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't watched it or listened to it, but nonetheless, this is really cool. Tony, you've outdone yourself here, and you get the blood spurting from his neck, and they're both on fire in Judith's bedroom as they're tackling each other. I just think that's so awesome. And this one here is really cool. This would have happened prior to the fire. This is really neat. This is Michael standing in Judith's bedroom opposite the Judith lookalike character. Now, I know a lot of people are like, the Judith, I was with you until the Judith lookalike character. Watch my next video where I talk about the reasons why I made that choice. It all falls into place. But nonetheless, so I think this is really cool. I love the mood. I love the work that you've done here. Tony is just really awesome. Love the light coming in through the window. I think that's awesome. And then the last one here from Tony is a shot of course, the cop car embedded into the front of the Myers house and Michael Myers walking up to the house because Laurie Strode is in there, but also, of course, this Judith lookalike character that is reminding him very deep within his subconscious on layers that he cannot possibly understand or even be able to intellectualize, that he is drawn to this young girl that reminded him of Judith the person for which he first murdered, where it all began and how it all started. So anyway, those are some of the, all of them. And if I missed one, please let me know. But those are the ones that I think I've got them all. I didn't see any more. But nonetheless, thank you so much, guys. I mean, awesome work. Just a lot of fun. It was really cool to be able to see, my ideas down in some concept art. So I think that's really awesome. So I really appreciate it. Different levels of talent, different levels of idea, everything from using a computer to drawing to actually using the action figures. Pretty darn cool, if I might say so myself. So awesome work. All right, it is October 30th, 2019. It is one day away from Halloween. It is